I had fun looking at the top 10 best LEGO castle sets from the 1980s and the 1990s. And some of you enjoyed that video too. So I'm back with the second part. Today, we're looking at the top 10 LEGO castle sets from the 2000s and the 2010s. Hello everyone, welcome to Second Brick to the Left. Here, we talk about LEGO set news, reviews and tips. Before we dive in, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. In today's video, we'll be looking at the best LEGO sets from the castle theme. We'll focus on sets from the 2000s and the 2010s. We'll be looking at sets that are explicitly LEGO Castle and its sub-themes, and not sets which are castles in their own right. So don't expect to see the Hogwarts Castle or the Disney Castle here. As these sets are now quite old, they are all retired. But I'm sure with enough searching and bartering with some coins and perhaps a goat or two, you can easily find these. If you want to see older sets, check out my top 10 best LEGO Castle sets from the 80s and the 90s. It's linked below and at the end of this video. This list is my top 10, but I want to hear your thoughts too, so leave your opinions and top picks in the comments. So let's get into the top 10 LEGO Castle sets from the 2000s and 2010s. The 10th best LEGO Castle set is King Leo's Castle from 2000. Because of reasons, this set has an item number of 6091 in North America and 6098 everywhere else. This set is a strong start to our list, featuring a bold grey, black and blue castle with a portcullis that can be raised and lowered, a throne room for the king with a hidden stash, and a rotatable catapult. It also came with a siege cart that could fire projectiles. It had 529 pieces and came with 8 minifigures, including King Leo and his wife Queen Leonora. The set came with a green raised base plate, which was only used by this set and one other, which is coming up on our list soon. The 9th best LEGO Castle set is the Castle of Murcia. This had an item number of 8781 and was released in 2004. This castle, so named for the fictional kingdom of Murcia where these knights reside, is an impressive tall castle with blue embellishments. This set was part of the second Knights Kingdom sub-theme, which saw a range of colourful knights take on the Shadow Knights. It had 637 pieces and featured the castle and a scorpion-shaped catapult capable of launching scorpions. It came with 7 minifigures, a skeleton, 5 scorpions and a transparent neon green spider. At 8, we have Trolls Mountain Fortress from 2009. This had an item number of 7097. This fantastical fortress deviates from some of the other sets on this list as it focuses on the trolls as opposed to our human heroes, although several knights are included. The castle features mixed with rocky grey and dangling vines makes this interesting to look at, and at 844 pieces, it's not a small set either. There was an interesting array of characters, including troll warriors, a troll king, a troll queen, and some larger troll figures. At 7, we have the King's Castle from 2010. This isn't the only King's Castle on our list, but this one has the item number of 7946 and has 933 pieces. This red and grey castle plays host to the Lion Knights. It came with 4 Lion Knights, the Lion King, and 3 Dragon Knight attackers. Some of the decorative elements on this castle are stickers, like the ivy growing up the walls, but I think it looks really effective. The pops of red throughout this set really make it look striking. The drawbridge can be lowered by a lever at the back, and the detailed portcullis can be dropped too. At 6, we have another King's Castle. This one is from 2006 and has the item number of 10176. In some regions, this was known as Royal King's Castle. It had 869 pieces. This set shares some similarities with King Leo's castle that we looked at in 10th place, including the green raised base plate. With a little over 300 more pieces, this set improves upon King Leo's castle with a bulkier build and more diverse range of minifigures, including knights, a wizard, a blacksmith, a skeleton, and a ghost. The 5th best LEGO castle set is Vladek's Dark Fortress. This was released in 2005 and had 967 pieces. This creepy black castle had red detailing and was under the control of the Shadow Knights, headed up by Vladek. This castle was 4 stories high and looked amazing. The emblem of the Shadow Knights was the scorpion, and this can be seen proudly displayed on large flags. The set also came with 4 Knights of Morcia, a horse-drawn catapult, and a ballista. At 4, we have Kingdom's Joust. This set was released in 2012 and had an item number of 10223. It had 1,575 pieces. Most of the sets featured so far on this list have featured a castle defending itself from a group of attackers, so it's nice to mix things up with this set which focuses on a jousting contest. You can tell this set is old, because we have to read LEGO's description about this set. Join the King and Queen at the Royal Joust as the knights on horseback battle it out for the hand of the beautiful princess. Oh, that doesn't work in 2024. This set features castle turrets with 6 rooms, several additional structures including weapons tents and a royal viewing box. Plus there's the jousting arena with a fence and 2 horses. The overall look of this set feels very medieval, and the pops of red inject a bit of fun into this lively jousting set. Before we reveal our top 3, we have some honourable mentions. But first, if you're enjoying this video, please gently hit your battering ram against the like button. Our first honourable mention is Misslin's Tower from 2006, item number 8823. At just 431 pieces, this set isn't quite large enough to compete with the entries on the main list, but its unique look earns it an honourable mention. Although I say unique, I do get Barad-dûr vibes with this. This tower is an ancient and mythical tower and is under siege from Lord Vladek, who wants its power. The Kingdom Knights are there to stop him. The tower has some darker features like the hanging skeleton and spiky bladed weapons. Oh, and a spider. Our second honourable mention is Skeleton Tower from 2007. It had an item number of 7093 and had 398 pieces. Despite the relatively small piece count compared to the other sets we've looked at, this set won't soon be forgotten due to its striking and dark appearance. The skull-like shape and opening mouth entrance of this build look amazing. The bone cage for prisoners, evil wizard minifigure, skeleton army, and red and black dragon add to the ominous feel of this set. Okay, I admit it, I like the magical creepy sets a lot. Some of you found my content through LEGO Harry Potter videos, so don't act surprised. The third and final honourable mention goes to the set with the OG goat. It's the Mill Village Raid from 2011, item number 7189. This simple but nice looking set had 663 pieces and came with 6 minifigures. It featured a windmill, a barn, and many animals, including the infamous goat. In 2024, we were spoiled with Lego goats, with them being in the medieval town square and the collectible minifigure series 25. But prior to that, the only moulded, non-Duplo Lego goats were found in the Mill Village Raid. You could expect to pay a pretty penny for these goats, and it became a bit of a joke amongst Lego fans whether Lego goats would ever return. Because of that historical significance, I had to include that set on this list. Now back to our top 3. In third place, we take a slight deviation away from castles, but remain in the castle theme with the medieval market village. This bustling village is a perfect complement to any castle, although it does come with several crown knights. It features 2 detailed medieval buildings that can be closed up or expanded to access the inside, and you'll want to access the inside of these impressive buildings. The yellow building has stables, a blacksmith shop, and his living space above it. The blue building contains a tavern and a bedroom above it. This set came with 8 minifigures, including 2 knights, a blacksmith, a maid, and several peasants. This set was so good, Lego recently released a set that reimagines this, the medieval town square. In second place, we have another King's Castle. This one is from 2013 and has an item number of 70404. This castle, made of 996 pieces, is a very traditional looking castle with grey walls, brown wooden details, a square shape, and tall turrets. The drawbridge can raise, the portcullis can lower, and the catapult can fire. But perhaps this castle's defences aren't quite up to the battering ram operated by the Dragon Knights, as the back of this castle has a collapsible wall. Will the Dragon Knights end up in the dungeon? Or will the king abandon his men and escape through the escape door? The size, detail, and working parts secure this castle's spot at 2. And finally, the best Lego castle set of the 2000s and 2010s is King's Castle Siege, item number 7094. This set was released in 2007 and has 973 pieces. This impressive castle brings together all the amazing elements we expect from a castle set, plus more. There's a drawbridge, a portcullis, several catapults, 5 crown knights, the crown king, and several skeletons, including a skeleton knight, who are attacking with their amazing red and black dragon. This is a fantastically sized castle with tall towers and a realistic colour palette. Although some of the brick details on the walls are stickers, they blend in well enough behind the details of the set. The pops of colour from the flames, roof, and greenery are nicely done too. There are some really interesting shapes like the offset tower, which is supported by arches. Plus, there are some fantastic pieces like the green marbled Big Ugly Rock pieces, which only appeared in 2 other sets, the Dwarves Mine and Indiana Jones Temple Escape. This set has so much going for it. The build, the playability, and the overall end result is extremely well done. Well, that brings us to the end of this list. Do you agree with my top 10? Let me know in the comments below. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Lego Castle videos, check out my top 10 Lego Castle sets from the 1980s and 1990s. If you've already seen that one, why not watch it again? We had fun in that video. Oh, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!